So I once again welcome you all in the session on the Indian systems of medicine. And today we are going to discuss the Siddha system. Let's move towards the introduction to the Siddha systems of medicine. So the founding father of Siddha medicine is Agastya or the Agastya. Siddhar Agastya or the Agastya, who seems to be the founding father of Siddha medicine. This is one of the oldest system of healing that is originated from the Dravidian culture in South India and evolved from 10,000 to 4,000. So mainly the Siddha systems of medicine, it is going to be originated in the South India, right? Maybe it is written in the Tamil language more specifically. So Siddha is the mother medicine of ancient Tamils or Dravidians of peninsular South India. So the word Siddha, it means to be the established truth. The person who were associated with the establishing such a Siddha school of thought were known as Siddha. So it's a kind of established truth. The person who are involved in these things, they're knowing as the Siddhas. They are knowing as the Siddhas. And the Siddhar Agastya or the Agastya, who is the founding father of the Siddha system of medicine. Basically, Siddha system of medicine, it is written in the Tamil language. Keep in mind. Siddhas recorded their mystic findings in the medicine, yoga, and astrology in the Tamil. So it is also known as Tamil systems of medicine. Means Siddha system of medicine, it is also known as the Tamil systems of medicine. The Siddha system is based on the combination of ancient medicinal practices and the spiritual discipline. And this system utilizes minerals, metals, alloys, drugs, and inorganic compounds to treat the patient. So in the case of Siddha system of medicine, generally the minerals, metals, alloys, drugs, and inorganic compounds are used to treat the diseases. Metals used as a therapeutic agent includes mercury, sulfur, copper, arsenic, and the gold. So Siddhar Agastya or the Agastya, who contributed well in the development of the Siddha system of medicine. So this is about the Siddha system of medicine. Let us move towards the principles of the Siddha system of medicine. As you know that already we have discussed some of the concepts, theoretical principles related with the Ayurvedic systems of medicine. Furthermore, the Siddha systems of medicine, it is again, it is based on some of the principles which are being utilized in the Ayurveda. So according to this system, universe consists of matter and energy. So according to Siddha system of medicine, whatever the universe is there, it consists of two things. Very first thing, that is the matter, and second one, that is the energy. So existence of both matter and energy are interdependent. Whatever their existence is there, which is not dependent to each other. So the mass cannot exist without energy, and energy cannot exist without matter. So the mass cannot exist without energy, and energy cannot exist without matter. So in a Siddha system, they are called as a Shiva and a Shakti, which are inseparable. So in a Siddha system, they are called as Shiva and Shakti, which are inseparable. As like Ayurveda, all the matters in the universe are made up of the 5 basic elements like space, air, fire, water, and earth. So as like Ayurveda, here also, whatever the matter in universe is there, it is made up of the 5 basic elements like earth, air, sky, water, and fire. Isn't it? So the human being is made up of these 5 elements in a different combination. So there are different combinations are there from these 5 elements, and the human being it is made up of these different combinations. The physiological function in the body is mediated by 3 substances that is known as the dravyas, which are made up of the 5 elements. So dravyas are furthermore classified as Vatam, Pittam, and Karpa. Maybe you are aware about the Vat, Pitta, Kapha, like Ayurveda. Here also the same thing. That is the 3 doshas are being considered in the Siddha systems of medicine. So basically, the universe consists of matter and energy, right? Mass cannot exist without energy, and energy cannot exist without matter. It comprises the Shiva and Shakti, which are inseparable. And all the matters in universe are made up of the 5 basic elements like space, air, fire, water, and earth. And we are considering the 3 substances, that is the dravyas, that is the Vatam, Pittam, and Karpa. So let us see the further details about the principles of Siddha. So in each and every cell of the body, these 3 doshas coexist. Which one? Vatam, Pittam, and Karpam, and function harmonious. If there is any imbalance, that may lead to the disease to the person. The tissues are called as Dhatus. The very first one in the 3 doshas, we are going to discuss in detail also. Very first one, that is the Vatam. It is formed by the Akasam and Vayu. Akasham and Vayu. Vatam controls the nervous actions such as the movement and sensation. So Vatam is responsible for the movement and sensation, and it is correlated with the nervous system. Then Pittam, it is formed by the Ki and controls the metabolic activity of body, digestion, assimilation, and the Vam. And Karpam is formed by the Mun and Near and controls the stability. When there is a equilibrium is upset, the disease sets in. If there is any imbalance between the Vatam, Pittam, and Karpam, that may lead to the disease or the disorders to the human being. So these 3 things are being considered in the principles of Siddha. So the 3 doshas are involved in all functions of body, that is the physical, mental, and emotional. First of all, let us see once again the Vatam. As I have said that it is a characteristic in dryness, lightness, coldness, and motility. It is being formed by the Akasam and Vayu, and which controls the nervous actions that constitute movement, activity, sensation, and so on. So Vatam predominates in the bone. Furthermore, Vatam predominates in the first 1/3 of life when activities, growth, sharpness of function of sense are greater. Then the Pittam. So it is a heat mover of the nervous force of the body, which is formed by Ki and controls the metabolic activity of body. There is a digestion, warmth, luster, intellect, and assimilation, and so on. So Pittam predominates in the tissue blood, and furthermore, it predominates in the second 1/3 of life. Then Karpam, that is a smoothness, firmness, rigidity, and heaviness. It is formed by the Mun and Near and controls the stability of body, such as the strength, potency, smooth working of joints. It mainly predominates in the other tissues. Furthermore, in the last 1/3 of life and diminishing activity of various organs and limbs. So this is about, in brief, about the Vatam, Pittam, and Karpam. Initially, I have highlighted the important things about the Vatam, Pittam, and Karpam. Okay, so let us move towards the 7 dhatus. So in the Siddha systems of medicine, there are 7 dhatus are there. We are not going to discuss the details of all these 7 dhatus, but at least you should know which are these dhatus being considered in the Siddha systems of medicine. So rasa, that is the lymph, then purudhi, that is the blood, then tasai, muscle, then kozuppu, that is adipose tissue, then ilumbu, bone, then majjai, marrow, suculum and artavam, that is the male and female hormone. So these are the 7 dhatus which are being considered in a Siddha systems of medicine. There is a lymph, blood, muscle, adipose tissue, bone, marrow, male and female hormone. Like this, there are 5 vayus are there which are being considered in the Siddha systems of medicine. So these vayus are prana, apna, samana, vyana and udna. So these are the 5 vayus. So very first one, prana. Prana, it is located in the mouth and nostrils and inhale. It is helpful in injection. So prana, it is the first vayu. It is located in the mouth and nostrils and which is being inhaled and helpful in the ingestion of the material. Then apna, it is located at an anal extremity and expelled. That is being considered as excreted. It aids in elimination and the expulsion of the material related with the anal canal. Then samana, it is considered as an equalizer. It also aids in digestion. Vyana, it is a beneficial in the circulation of blood and the nutrients. And the last vayu, that is udana, it functions in upper respiratory passage. These are the 5 vayus which are being considered in the Siddha systems of medicine. Let us move towards the diagnosis of disease in a Siddha systems of medicine. How the patient is going to be diagnosed. Like Ayurveda, here also in the case of Siddha systems of medicine, Asthasana Pariksha is there, that is the examination of 8 sites. So which are those 8 sites? Like Na, Varna, Swara, Kan, Parism, Mala, Nir and Nadi. So these are the Asthasana Pariksha, that is the examination of 8 sites in a Siddha systems of medicine. So very first one, Na, that is also known as a tongue, or you can say it as a tongue examination. If you can see the further details, how the things are going to be examined. If the tongue is a black in color, it seems to be the patient is suffering from vata. So mainly the color of tongue is black in a vata. Color of tongue, it is yellow to red in a pitta. Then color of tongue, white in a kapha and unulcered in the anemia. If there is any ulceration to the tongue, it seems to be the patient is suffering from the anemia. Then varna, that is the color. So the varna, it is a dark in a vata, yellow or red in a pitta, and pale in a kapha. Then voice or swara, that is normal in vata, high pitch in a pitta, low pitch in a kapha, and slurred in a alcoholism. So we can understand the voice also, at what pitch we are speaking with the other person. So that is also going to be examined in the Siddha systems of medicine. That is swara or voice. Then kan, that is eyes, muddy conjunctiva, yellowish or red in a pitta and pale in a kapha. Then the parism, that is a touch. It is a dry in a vata, warm in a pitta, chill in a kapha, and sweating in a different parts of body. So the touch, it might be dry in the case of Vata. It may be warm in a case of Pitta, and it may be chill in the case of Kapha. Then Mala, it is also known as stool. So the stool becomes a black, which indicates the person is suffering from some imbalance in the Vata. Then stool might be yellow in a Pitta, stool might be pale in a Kapha, and dark red in an ulcer, and shiny in a terminal illness. So this is about the Mala, or it is also known as the stool examination. Then Nir, it is also known as urine. So early morning urine is being examined. So the straw color indicates the indigestion, reddish yellow, that is due to excessive heat. Then rose in a blood pressure, saffron color in a jaundice, and looks like a meat washed water in a renal disease. So if you can observe the urine also, that could also give us the idea about the diagnosis of the particular patient in the Siddha systems of medicine. And last one, that is the Nadi Pariksha, that is the pulse examination, which is a confirmatory method recorded on the radial artery. So these are the Asthasana Pariksha, that is the examination of 8 sites in a Siddha systems of medicine. That's tongue, color, voice, eyes, touch, stool, urine, and pulse. Let us move towards the concept of drugs in a Siddha systems of medicine. As you know that we are considering so many types of things under the Siddha systems of medicine. There are 3 groups are there which are being considered in the Siddha systems of medicine. The first one, that is the Thauram, it is known as the herbal products. Then Dhatu, that is the inorganic substances, and Jangamam, that is the animal products. So the Thauram, that is herbal products which are being obtained from the various herbal sources. Yes, and it is possible to use it in the Siddha systems of medicine. Then Dhatu, Dhatu drugs are furthermore classified as Dhatu. It is said to be the inorganic substances, furthermore classified as Uppu, Pashanam, Uparasam, Loham, Rasam, and Gandhagam. Gandhagam seems to be the which is the insoluble in a water, like a sulfur. Itself name indicates that Gandhagam, which comprises the sulfur and which is insoluble in water. Uppu, Uppu, that is the water soluble in organic substances or drugs that gives out vapor when put into fire. So Uppu, it seems to be the water soluble type of inorganic substance or drug, and when we are putting under the fire, it gives the vapor. Then Pashanam, Pashanam drug not dissolved in water but emit vapor when fired. Then Uparasam, it is similar to Pashanam but differ in the pharmacological action. Then the Loham, not dissolved in water but melt when fired. And Rasam, drugs which are soft in nature, that is being considered as a Rasam. So Dhatu, inorganic substances which are being furthermore classified as the Uppu, Pashanam, Uparasam, Loham, Rasam, and Gandhagam. Furthermore, the Siddha medicines are being classified on the basis of 5 properties. The 5 properties which are being considered by classifying the Siddha systems of medicine, like a test, character, potency, class, and action. So Suvai, it seems to be the test, Guna, that is the character, Virya, that is the potency, Pirivu, that is the class, and Mahimai, that is the action. According to the mode of application, furthermore, the Siddha systems of medicine, it is being classified as the internal medicine and the external medicine. External medicine, it seems to be applied topically, and internal medicine, it seems to be given orally, right? Let us see the treatment in a Siddha systems of medicine. So in a Siddha system, the emphasis is given to three branches. There are so many other branches are also there, but the three main branches which are being considered, that is the Bala Vahatam, that is the pediatrics, then Nanjunon, that is the toxicology, and Nainavidhi, that is the ophthalmology. These three major ones which are being considered in the treatment of Siddha. There are so many other branches are also there, like Ayurvedic systems of medicine. Among the various therapies in Ayurveda, Vamana therapy has received attention of the Siddha physicians. Siddha physicians, they used the Vamana therapy in the Siddha systems of medicine. If there is any imbalance in the three doshas, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, that may lead to the disease and are being treated with the drug which are made up of the 5 elements, right? Which we have discussed under the principles of Siddha systems of medicine. Such drugs are substituted by the same constituent, that is guna, and the equilibrium, it is going to be restored. So automatically the disease is going to be cured. The correction of imbalance is made by substituting the opposite nature drug. Say for example in Vatam, there is imbalance of cold and dry. Therefore, the treatment recommended include the oil and balm. Then furthermore, the massage activity, it is being prescribed in a inactivity of limb. This is an example. If Pittam dosha is increased, warmth is produced, and to decrease the Pittam, sandalwood oil is administered internally or externally because it is cold in fact. Right? So this is the way by which we can go for the treatment in a Siddha systems of medicine. Furthermore, let us see the common preparations which are being used in a Siddha systems of medicine. There are so many preparations are there. I have listed few of them. There is Bhasma, Churna, Kashaya, Leha, Grita, Taila, Chuna, Mezugu, and Kattu. The very first one, there is a Bhasma. As you know, these are the solid dosage forms, and it comprises the calcinated metals and the minerals. Then the churnas are the powders of the herbal material. Then kashayas are the decoctions which are being prepared by using the herbs. Then leha, that is the confections. Then the grita, these are the ghee preparations which are being prepared by using the ghee, that is being known as the grita. Then taila, these are prepared by using the some of the oils, so that is being considered or known as the tailas. Then chuna, these are the metallic preparations which becomes alkaline in nature. Then mozugu, these are the waxy preparation, may be prepared by using the some of the waxes, say for example beeswax and so on. And katu, that is the preparation that are impervious to water. And so these are the some of the medicines which are being used in a Siddha systems of medicine. Furthermore, the treatment in a Siddha systems of medicine, it is classified into the three categories. That is the divine method, rational method, and surgical method. Divine method is also known as Deva Maruthuvam. Rational method, it is also known as Manudha Maruthuvam, and surgical method is also known as Asura Maruthuvam. Maybe all these terms are given in the Tamil, and we understand only the English. So furthermore, I have given the meaning of these terms in the English. So Deva Maruthuvam, it seems to be the divine method. Manudha Maruthuvam, that is the rational method. Asura Maruthuvam, that is the surgical method. So in the case of Asura Maruthuvam, we are using the incision, excision, heat application, bloodletting, leech application, which are being used in the treatment by the Siddha. Then Manuda Maruthuvam, that is the rational method. Medicines are made up of the herbs like Churanam, Pudinir, Vadagam. These are the things which are being used in the rational method. Then Deva Maruthuvam, that is the divine method, like Parpam, Chenduram, Guru, Kuligai, made up of mercury, sulfur, and Pashanam. These are being used in the divine method. So this is about the treatment in a Siddha systems of medicine. Furthermore, the Siddha systems of medicine are being categorized into the purgative therapy, emetic therapy, fasting therapy, steam therapy, oleation therapy, physical therapy, solar therapy, bloodletting therapy, and yoga therapy. So many other things are also there. I have taken only the limited things over here. So these therapies are being considered in the Siddha systems of medicine. That is purgative therapy, emetic therapy, fasting therapy, steam therapy, oleation therapy, physical therapy, solar therapy, bloodletting therapy, and the yoga therapy. The diagnosis of the disease is by the identification of positive factors, is through the examination of pulse, urine, eyes, study of voice, color of body, tongue, status of digestive system. Already we have discussed these things. So Siddha system is effective in treating some of the chronic diseases related to the liver, skin disease, psoriasis, rheumatic problems, anemia, bleeding, ulcer, and so on. Furthermore, Siddha medicine contains mercury, silver, arsenic, lead, sulfur for the treatment of the diseases. Let us see the branches of Siddha systems of medicine. Like Ayurvedic systems of medicine, there are so many branches are there for the Siddha systems of medicine. So these branches are Siddha pharmacology, that is also known as Punapatu, then Siddha toxicology, that is known as Nanchu Maruthuam, Siddha pathology, that is known as the Neonatal, then general medicine, that is known as Maruthuam, obstetrics and gynecology, that is Kal Marum, Makalir Maruthuam, then Siddha pediatrics, that is Udhantai Maruthuam, surgery, that is Aruvai Maruthuam, dermatology, Tol Maruthuam, ear, nose, throat, Katu, Mukku, Tonai Maruthuam, ophthalmology, Kan Maruthuam, psychiatry, Kirikai Noi Maruthuam, pressure manipulation therapy, that is a Varmam, external therapy, Pura Maruthuam, geriatrics, Multior Maruthuam, and Yogam and rejuvenation, that is a Kaya Karpam. So these are the various branches of the Siddha systems of medicine. So in this part, we have discussed an introduction to Siddha systems of medicine, principles of Siddha systems of medicine, how the patient is going to be diagnosed, then various treatments available in the Siddha systems of medicine, and finally we have discussed the branches of Siddha systems of medicine. Thank you.